Welcome back, fellow history and nature enthusiasts. Today, we're diving deep into the prehistoric oceans for an epic confrontation that never was, but one that has fascinated paleontologists and fans for decades. We're pitting two of the most terrifying marine predators ever to swim the earth against each other, the colossal Megalodon versus the formidable Liopleurodon. Who would win in this ultimate battle of the ancient sea titans? Let's set the stage. First, let's be clear. These two behemoths lived millions of years apart. Liopleurodon ruled the oceans during the late Jurassic period, about 160 to 155 million years ago. Fast forward over 130 million years, and the Megalodon emerges, dominating the seas during the Miocene and Pliocene epochs from about 23 to 3.6 million years ago. So this is a fantasy matchup, a clash of champions from different eras. To figure out who has the edge, we need to break down their stats, strategies, and unique advantages. Let's start with the Jurassic juggernaut, Liopleurodon. Imagine a creature that looks like a supersized crocodile mixed with a whale. Liopleurodon was a pliosaur, a type of short-necked plesiosaur. For a long time, its size was wildly exaggerated in popular media, with some depictions showing it at over 80 feet long. However, more recent scientific estimates are a bit more conservative, but still incredibly impressive. A large adult Liopleurodon was likely around 20 to 25 feet long, or about 6 to 7.5 meters, and could weigh up to 3 tons. Think of it as being the size of a very, very large orca. Its head alone was a weapon, measuring up to a fifth of its total body length. Inside that massive skull was a set of conical, dagger-like teeth, each one up to 10 inches long. These teeth were perfect for piercing thick hides and grabbing slippery prey. Liopleurodon was an ambush predator. It likely used its 4 powerful wing-like flippers to generate incredible bursts of speed from a standstill, surprising its victims from below. Its streamlined, torpedo-shaped body was built for acceleration, not long-distance cruising. Its diet probably consisted of other marine reptiles, large fish, and ammonites. It was undoubtedly the apex predator of its time, a true king of the Jurassic seas. Now, let's travel forward in time to meet our other contender, the one and only Carcharicles Megalodon. The name itself means big tooth, and for good reason. Megalodon was a shark of epic proportions, making today's great white shark look like a guppy. Conservative estimates place the average adult Megalodon at around 50 to 60 feet long, or about 15 to 18 meters, with some individuals possibly reaching even greater lengths. In terms of weight, we're talking about a staggering 50 to 60 tons, potentially even more. That's the weight of about 10 adult male elephants. The size difference here is immense. Megalodon wasn't just bigger, it was in a completely different weight class. And then there are the teeth. Megalodon's teeth were serrated, triangular, and could reach over 7 inches in length. They were essentially giant steak knives designed for shearing through flesh and bone. Its jaw was a biomechanical marvel, estimated to be up to 9 feet wide, capable of swallowing 2 adult humans side by side. The bite force of Megalodon is the stuff of nightmares. Scientific models estimate its bite force to be between 110,000 and 180,000 newtons. So the tale of the tape is pretty clear. In one corner, we have Liopleurodon, 25 feet long, 3 tons, with sharp, piercing teeth and incredible acceleration. In the other corner, we have Megalodon, 60 feet long, 60 tons, with serrated, bone-crushing teeth and the most powerful bite in history. On paper, this looks like a severe mismatch. But a fight isn't just about size and power. It's about strategy, environment, and intelligence. Let's imagine our battleground. A neutral, temperate coastal ocean, deep enough for both creatures to maneuver. The fight begins. Liopleurodon's best and perhaps only strategy would be to use its key advantages, speed and agility. It was more maneuverable than the colossal Megalodon. Its four-flipper propulsion system would allow it to turn and pivot much more quickly than the shark, which relied on its powerful tail. Liopleurodon would need to avoid a head-on confrontation at all costs. A direct hit from Megalodon would be instantly fatal. The Liopleurodon would likely try to outmaneuver the shark, looking for an opening to strike a vulnerable spot. Maybe it would aim for the gills or the eyes, using its speed to dart in, deliver a quick bite with its piercing teeth, and then retreat before the giant shark could retaliate. This hit-and-run tactic is its only hope. If it can inflict enough smaller wounds, it might be able to weaken the Megalodon over time, causing it to bleed out or become too exhausted to continue the fight. The Liopleurodon's lower profile might also allow it to attack from below, a classic ambush tactic it was famous for. However, Megalodon is no lumbering giant. While not as agile as Liopleurodon, it was still a remarkably powerful and surprisingly fast swimmer for its size. And it was an experienced hunter of prey much larger and tougher than Liopleurodon. Megalodon's hunting strategy against whales often involved a devastating initial strike to a critical area. Fossil evidence shows Megalodon would often ram its prey with tremendous force before biting, or it would target the flippers and tail to immobilize the animal first. A single, well-aimed bite would be catastrophic for the Liopleurodon. Let's consider the anatomy. Liopleurodon's body, while tough, was not designed to withstand the crushing force of a Megalodon's jaws. One bite from those serrated teeth would not just pierce, it would tear off huge chunks of flesh and shatter bone. The sheer damage would be overwhelming. Even a glancing blow could cripple one of Liopleurodon's flippers, completely removing its primary advantage of agility. So, how would the fight play out? The Liopleurodon would be a blur of motion, trying to stay out of the Megalodon's direct line of attack. It might even score a few hits, maybe tearing at a fin or drawing blood from the gills. The shark would be frustrated, turning its massive body, trying to track this much smaller, faster opponent. But the Megalodon is patient. It's a marathon predator, built to outlast its prey. It only needs one mistake, one moment of hesitation from the Liopleurodon. And eventually, that mistake would happen. Perhaps the Liopleurodon gets a bit too confident, goes in for a more substantial bite, and lingers for a split second too long. In that instant, the Megalodon reacts. It might not even need a full, perfectly aimed bite. A simple body slam from the 60-ton shark would be like being hit by a bus, stunning the Liopleurodon and leaving it vulnerable. Or, more likely, the Megalodon would anticipate the pliosaur's movement and, with a terrifying burst of speed from its powerful tail, close the distance. The final moments would be swift and brutal. The Megalodon's massive jaws would close around the Liopleurodon's torso. The force would be unimaginable, snapping its spine and crushing its internal organs instantly. The battle would be over. The Jurassic King, a fearsome apex predator in its own right, would be utterly outmatched by the sheer scale and power of the Miocene monarch. So, our verdict? While Liopleurodon was a formidable hunter and a true terror of its time, the laws of physics and biology are stacked against it in this fight. The colossal size, weight, and unparalleled bite force of the Megalodon make it the clear winner. It's a classic case of a very big fish being eaten by an impossibly bigger fish. Liopleurodon's agility and speed would make it a challenging opponent, but in the end, it would only be delaying the inevitable. The crown for the ultimate ancient sea predator must go to the Megalodon. What do you think? Could the clever Liopleurodon find a way to win? Let me know your thoughts and battle scenarios in the comments below. It's always fun to speculate on these incredible creatures that once ruled our planet. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into prehistoric history. If you enjoyed this epic showdown, be sure to smash that like button and subscribe to the channel for more amazing content about the incredible world of the past. Ring that notification bell so you never miss a video. Until next time, stay curious.